Hey, quick disclaimer. The Starting Over House opened its doors 19 years ago with the intention of helping people reframe painful experiences that were holding us back. This was shared with the world in hopes of helping even more people grow. That said, it's still a show, and editing for TV doesn't tell the whole story. Mental health and our overall culture has changed a lot in those 19 years, and I imagine that's probably why you can't find Starting Over streaming anywhere else right now. So please be mindful of that. We were all different people then, we're all different people now, and so are you. So laugh, cry, and learn with us, but please be kind.
One house.
I need a second chance.
Women from all walks of life. Striving. Bonding. Reinventing themselves.
This house changed my life.
Starting over. Life has never been this real. Previously on Starting Over, Sinead's attempt to help Deborah on the computer backfired.
I'm just fine. Don't pity me, I'm just fine.
And now they're at odds.
I'm pitiful because I don't want to be on the computer. And I didn't tell you, I pity you because you're blind.
Deborah isn't making friends with the other women either.
The way that she says things is offending others.
To add to the tension, Deborah's roommates are beginning to resent her need for attention.
It's not like I was just randomly selected from the heavens to be all of a sudden one day blind. It happens to a lot of people.
But then that's like being a widow. A lot of women will say, poor thing.
She's gonna make this group about Sinead, about her.
If you're married, anybody can be a widow.
And Josie received a phone call telling her which of the 3 potential fathers Chloe could belong to, and his identity is about to be revealed.
Next photo, please.
Hey, that's Chloe. That's the light of my life. That was my eye-opener. That made me see a clearer picture that there's more things that are more important in this life than going out and socializing.
When you were in the Starting Over house the first time, I know one of the reasons you came was to actually decide if you should keep Chloe or not. That was one of your big decisions.
Yes.
And I believe that one of the reasons you just thought, well, do I or don't I, is because you didn't know who the father was.
Yeah, that was a big, big one.
So, Josie, who is Chloe's father?
Thanks. Bye. My best friend. And I've known him since 4th grade. He knows everything about me. I know everything about him.
When getting DNA test results that you were just hoping so bad for them to be what you wanted them to be and ended up being the complete opposite, it is very devastating. It's heartbreaking. It takes everything out of you. It makes you feel empty. I have no contact with Jonathan. He tries to contact me through the cell phone, but I really don't return the calls. I have no reason to return the calls. He calls to leave me messages to pretty much say that his world was pretty much not interrupted with it and it didn't really faze him. But I know that's not the truth, and I know he knows that. But now my main focus is myself and Chloe.
How do you have unprotected intercourse with somebody you never saw or a one-night stand in AIDS and herpes? I mean, I'm 46. I grew up in a very religious household.
Well, first of all, let me make it clear I got pregnant off orthotricycline, just to clear it up for you.
But I'm talking about
I know, let me get there.
disease.
I understand. And don't laugh about that, that's not funny.
I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing at all. I'm sorry.
I understand what you're saying. My plan at that moment was to run my life to the ground, and if it ended, good for me.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
And
I'm crying because I hate to feel that that's how I felt and that I treated myself so trashy and that I let it happen because I'm a really good person.
And so why did you come to the starting over house again? Why did you want to come back?
Because I don't like to quit. I don't like to give up. And I'm going to graduate. And I'm going to do it. And I'm going to feel so great about it. And I told everybody that I think starting over came to me because of her. Because when everything else failed, no matter what, starting over somehow was still there saying, we're here with you for open arms. Just come to us, come to us.
Yes.
So I finally did it.
Yes.
And I'm gonna finish because I want to go back to my grandma and grandpa and show them and be like, look what I did. I did this, and I feel so good about it. And I did it for myself. And look, Mom, I'm not a failure. And look, Chloe, the main person of all, I'm gonna make your life so better than mine was.
Yes.
Pamela. Hi.
Hi.
How you doing?
Okay, how about you?
I'm not doing good.
Why?
I might have to leave this house.
Why?
Pam, these women, my roommate, I told her that I snored and that I had hot flashes and I might have to take my clothes off at night, and she's been complaining about having to share a room with me. She was like doing her makeup and she had some perfume on the counter, and I asked her if I could try it and she let me try it, but she kept telling me, don't use any of my stuff without asking, because I'm anal like that. She said that 3 or 4 times, and then Pam, she took the perfume. Maybe she thought I was gonna steal it or sneak behind her back to use it. I mean, Pam, do I really need to steal anybody's stuff? Then, the last couple of nights when I go in there in the kitchen, I wash up all the dishes that are in there, you know, whatever's in the sink. And last night I washed them. They took the dishes out of the drain board and put them in the dishwasher because it was either they weren't clean or they weren't sure if they were clean. I am so insulted. But no, this is the kicker. A blind girl told me she pitied me.
Why?
Because I didn't want to get on the internet and get directions to drive to Target. Because I told her, I said, I don't really have that much exposure to the computer. I don't really like it that much. I pity you. You're just closing up your world. I said, you don't even know me. You don't know nothing about my world. Pam, do you think I'm a failure?
Oh, no, dear.
Do you think I'm a failure?
Oh, no, I don't think it at all.
If I have to go and tell the family that I couldn't do it, do you think I'm a failure?
It seems like there's too much pressure on you. But no, I don't think you're a failure. And I don't think that you should have to go through this. This is just too much.
I'm afraid to share my secret with my housemates.
They said, you know something that nobody else has known. Will you tell me? And I said, no, I won't.
Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
How you living? Living large? Like that one. How are we doing this morning? Getting in the groove of it? Yeah? That's good. For each of us, at all times in our lives, there's usually that one thing that we're hanging on to. Telling ourselves that if we had this, that would be it.
Yep.
If I had this,
Yes.
that would be it.
Then I'll be happy.
Yeah. Then I'll be happy.
Yeah.
Again, something external bringing a temporary experience.
Yes.
So I'm gonna ask everybody to disconnect your brain, take a nice deep breath, and I want you to get a very clear picture of it. See yourself with that one thing. See your life filled with that one thing. See what you would be doing and feel it. How would it feel if you had that one thing, whatever that is for you? So what I want to invite you to do, ladies, is to write that one thing on your sail. Everybody's got a pen. Everybody's got a boat. Everybody's got a sail. Oh, ladies, how beautiful. Sine, the one thing that would make you totally the way you want it to be would be me. Talk to me about that. If I had me,
I could make changes for me.
yeah.
I could live for me. I would be me. I would depend on me.
Security would be the security of myself and knowing that I'm making the right choices and that I trust my decisions and I trust other people.
I don't have inner joy, inner peace.
And if I had inner joy, speak from that place. Disconnect your brain.
If I had inner joy, I would feel contentment. I would feel happiness. I wouldn't be stirred up all the time. I wouldn't be angry. I wouldn't be holding on to grudges. I would feel at peace. I would feel content. I don't feel contentment.
But you were able to get all those words out.
I want a little girl, really, and to teach her everything that I know and just to be frilly with her.
I wrote down baby, in knowing that I haven't revealed my goal. That was the next thing in line. If I revealed my goal before the exercise today, what was written on that sailboat would have probably been something different.
A place for us to call home.
Yeah.
Because we're talking about the heart, and a home is where my heart is. And it's where hers should be.
So to pay off your mortgage today would make your life what it is that you want it to be?
Like I said, that what it is, some of it. I don't think one thing can be all things.
For the one thing.
I don't know the one thing.
Today.
I just have so many things, and that's just one of them.
That's one of them. So is that the most meaningful one to you at this time?
At this particular moment, right now, yes.
I believe that everything we need is available to us. The question is, are we open to receive it? So, if you're willing to really have this, to really experience whatever this is for you, I want to share with you a wonderful process that'll help us to get it. There's a sacred scripture that says, if you cast your bread, your dreams, your visions, your goals, your intentions upon the water, that in due season, in the fullness of time, they will come back to you. So I'm going to invite you one at a time to come here and just set your dreams to sail. Come on.
Okay. I just don't want to fall in.
You don't have to fall in.
How each of the women cast their boat off into the water could very well be a reflection of how they lived their lives.
And cast it off with love and good intention.
Oops.
Well, good. That'll work. That'll work. It knows what to do. Trust me. It knows what to do. It's okay. Really.
I saw my boat topple over, and it wasn't what I wanted it to look like. And Iyanla said sometimes you have to have your world turned upside down before you look at it.
Now let me ask you a question. Why did she go in to get your dream?
I let her do it.
You let her do
Yes.
for you what you need
have
to
her
do
yes.
for yourself.
That's right.
And
I won't make any excuses.
how's that a reflection of how you run your life?
Even make any
How's that a reflection of how you run your life?
I get it.
You put this boat back in.
upside down because it might.
However you want to put it back in there. Now, if you want to adjust your dream, you do it.
Oh.
It wasn't perfect.
Didn't have to be.
I wanted it.
Ah, so perfection is the goal.
Oh.
Is that the goal? Perfection?
Maybe.
I'm really hoping today is not my day to reveal my goal. I'm really nervous about it, and I don't really want to look deeper into my issues, so I'm really hoping it's not me.
Oh, my legs hurt so bad.
Oh, mine do too.
When we get home, Deborah takes her food out onto the back patio and is once again secluding herself from the rest of the group.
don't think I have seen Deborah eat a meal at all with us since we've been here.
The bonds have already been done, you know, Jennifer and Sine, T and Kim, Josie and her baby, and then me.
Hey, how are you, Sine? It's Rhonda. Hi, Chloe, how are you?
Hiccups.
You have the hiccups or Chloe has the hiccups?
Chloe has the hiccups.
Well, that means you just drank too fast. Very good. Is Josie around?
I think Josie's asleep.
Who's here? Rhonda. Oh, yeah, Josie had a meeting.
You awake?
You awake?
It was early this morning.
It's early?
Yeah, we've been up since 6. That's cute.
Thank you.
Like always, you have the cutest outfits.
We're going out this way, Josie.
As I'm walking outside with Rhonda, I notice there's a balance beam.
Today, we're going to come up with some more steps for you to support you in achieving your goal of embracing new life. And one of the things that I want to talk about and support you with in the balance beam is how exactly are you going to balance everything in your life?
I want to get to you while we're alone. How can I support you if they do you today?
We know they want to do me today.
I think
They may
I was
do you
up
too.
I was up last night thinking about it.
You too?
Yeah, about you, not me.
I said, you too?
Yeah.
I was thinking about the same
Yes,
thing.
I know.
I'm afraid to share my secret with my housemates. However, I have taken a step out and I've shared my story with Kim.
I want to help you. And I was thinking today that you've been so strong for everybody else that I want to help you and support you.
Sine, do you need help?
One of the things that I want to talk about and support you with in the balance beam is how exactly are you going to balance everything in your life? So I want you to get on the balance beam, and I just want you to see how do you do it?
Can I do it barefoot?
You can do it barefoot, sure. You're free. Can you do it? Can you balance your life? Just you, Josie. Everything's fantastic.
Seems easy at first, but it gets harder as you go.
And then what does that say about your life?
Just that. It's easy. It seems easier right now as far as doing some of those things and it balancing as far as when I started doing work and everything, but it does get harder and harder, and it does do a number on you eventually.
This is your life, Josie.
Oh boy.
Okay?
Okay.
And we are going to see how you can balance your life with more responsibilities. So I want you to think of every rock as a responsibility.
Okay.
For instance, this is a big rock. So would this be a big or small responsibility?
A big responsibility.
Big responsibility. Now think of a big responsibility in your life.
Chloe.
Chloe. Chloe's a big responsibility in your life. So I'm going to put Chloe in the bucket.
Okay.
All right. Now I'm going to try to help you get balanced a little bit here.
Okay.
Now think of another big responsibility.
Finances. For as far as like it goes for her and I. A big one would be to stay strong in all this and to just have my patience in it.
So patience.
Patience.
Okay.
Let's see. Another big one was keeping a job, holding a job. What I would consider a smaller responsibility is just like friends and family. You know, like it's a responsibility, but it's not too big right now.
Okay. Oh.
Oh wow. Another one.
Big giant responsibility.
My education. That's important to me. I think that's a good responsibility. It's a huge one. I thrive for that.
Let's see how you walk with just those responsibilities.
Oh my gosh.
Those responsibilities. Are you able to balance your responsibilities? You able to balance your responsibilities?
The balance beam illustrates Josie's internal and external struggle with balance and those darn responsibilities. She has many, but the good news is those responsibilities will eventually set her free.
Still hard.
Still hard. Now equate that with your life, all these responsibilities you have.
It's hard.
And I told them, and then they said, you know something that nobody else has known. Will you tell me? And I said, no, I won't.
Oh, Kim.
Then he said, even if I know. And I said, even if you know.
Wow.
It's not my place to share it with anybody else until she decides to share it. And I talked to her a little bit about this morning how I could support her when she does decide to share this.
Special.
It is?
Yes.
Why?
Because that's a part of trust for me.
You're kidding. That's such an easy thing for me. That surprises me.
It's an easy thing for you, but it's not an easy thing for everyone.
Yes.
Okay. This looks familiar to you?
Yes, it does.
Josie completed 2 of her steps the first time she was in the starting over house, deciding to keep the baby and committing to the house. But she's not done. In order for Josie to graduate, she must complete 3 more steps. She must embrace her new life by becoming stable, asking for support, and committing to being a healthy mom.
What's one thing that you can think of that you needed in order to really feel secure and actually achieve the balance beam sometimes when it got really hard?
Putting myself first, then trying to put everybody else before me.
I know I'm instantly ready to run to her, not run away, but to go take care what I need to take care of because it's my responsibility.
Does that make you a healthy parent?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It makes me a good parent.
And what about support team? Do you have a support team right now?
Yeah, I do. And I know that they're out there and helping me.
Yes.
You know, they're doing that right now and supporting me and helping me with her.
Now think of the balance beam. Did you have to do it yourself?
No, I had support.
And did you walk the beam though by yourself?
Yes, I did.
Did you carry the responsibilities by yourself? So what did I do when I supported you?
You didn't take on any of my responsibilities because they're not yours, they're mine. You just stood firm with me in helping me progress with my responsibilities and my commitments and my goals.
So how are you feeling about stability as one of your steps, healthy parenting, and support team? What do you think? Those 3 that encompass pretty much everything?
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much everything we said?
Yeah.
Why don't you go ahead and write those in?
Okay.
So I just want you to look at that. Imagine your life if you had all of these steps completed.
Be pretty much perfect.
And so yesterday you were talking about going to your grandma's grave.
Yes.
And so imagine for a minute it's graduation and you have completed every one of these steps and you have attained your goal of embracing new life. What are you going to tell your grandma when you go visit her grave?
That I did it and that I didn't give up and that she is the one as well as myself that got me there and that I did it for myself and I had the help and the support, but it still was all me that did it and I did it for me.
I did. I said to you before I even brought it up, I said, if this is inappropriate.
How you living, ladies?
Hi.
Chocolate chip cookies.
Somebody baked.
And somebody baked them.
Miss Sine baked them by herself.
Good for you. So today we're going to hear Kim's story.
Oh, no.
She's going to tell us all about her life, herself, and everybody's getting their tissues, okay? Is that what it is? All right now. So if we can see the plasma screen, we're going to see the photos that you brought for us. First photo.
That's my house. I live in Westminster, Colorado. It's our dream house.
What makes it your dream house?
Well, it's just everything that we as a couple together wanted, in a house. This is a second marriage for me. We each had houses, so we wanted our own house that combined both of us.
And what is this a photo of?
Oh, that's my Jaguar.
Oh, your Jaguar. Not your
Yes.
car, but your Jaguar.
Yeah.
All righty then.
It's fast. I unfortunately have a little bit of a lead foot.
All right, now what is that?
Oh my gosh, you guys showed my closet. Well, I'm a clothes horse. You could call it a blessing and a curse. I'm colorful and flashy, and I know that.
love...
Are you or are your clothes colorful and flashy?
Both. I think both.
As I'm listening to Kim's story, a lot of the things I'm seeing on the screen are materialistic. I'm not really seeing anything about Kim.
I love clothes. I love to shop. It's my favorite thing in the world, and that's why I took a picture of that, because it's not big enough, as you can see. That's just my part. My husband does have a tiny, tiny side. Oh, that's my family.
Okay, which one is Snowden?
The blonde.
The blonde. And the other one is?
Chelsea. She's 20. Snowden will be 18. That's my husband, Dave. And that's my dog, Cappuccino. And that was our Christmas card this year.
Oh, nice. Do your skirts match the shopping bag?
Yes.
Alrighty then. Just checking.
Everything has to be coordinated. And then my dog is wearing the sweater.
Yes.
Oh, that's my mom and my stepfather. He pretty much raised me.
So talk to me about
the reason why I put that picture in there is because my mom is... I don't want to cry.
Too late, haha.
I hate crying. Okay. You hate crying? Yes. My mom is the most important person in my life.
Is the most powerful?
Important.
Important.
She's the only person that gets me. She's the only person I go to for support, and she's the only person that helps me. I'm afraid that when she dies, I won't have anybody. I have a huge fear of death.
And the fear is?
My biggest fear in life is that my mom will die before I'm ready, or I'll die before my kids have kids.
I wonder what else you could be doing with that energy.
Right now, I don't know.
Well, maybe we'll figure that out.
Maybe. My father left when I was 6. And he moved to California, and he remarried. He was the true Disneyland father. He doesn't really know me. He flew me out to California. We did Disneyland, and he flew me back. And I think that my father had a whole separate family, which did not include me. And that is my stepmother, Jocelyn. She doesn't know me at all. In her defense, she has apologized to me.
She apologized to you for?
For acting the way she did.
Which was?
Which was to not allow my father to be a part of my life. Oh, that's my sister, Kelly. I'm not gonna... I am estranged from her.
What does that mean? I'm estranged?
Well, I haven't talked to her in 5 years.
And how do you feel about that?
You know, it's hard on the whole family. I have a stepsister, I have a stepbrother, then I have a half-brother. So it's a big, confusing mess.
Are you aware that you didn't answer my question? How does it feel not being in relationship with your sister?
It's hard. It's really hard because...
Hard is not a feeling.
It's sad.
Thank you.
Very sad.
Yeah. What's sad about it?
I don't have good relationships with women.
Not being close to your sister is the model that shows up in your relationships with other women?
That's what I was thinking, maybe. It starts off good, but it ends bad.
Kim wears a very expensive mask, but her tears show that she has a very broken heart.
I feel like I've been hurt so much that when I get hurt, I get angry, and I go off. I call it flipping out. I flip out, and there ain't no coming back when I do it.
So how many broken relationships would you say that you have with women? So how many broken relationships would you say matter? Because some relationships fall apart, they don't matter.
I would say at least 7. One of my stepdaughters is completely estranged from us.
Isn't that interesting? You were estranged from your stepmother, and now your stepdaughter is estranged from you.
And because my stepmother was so bad to me, I did not want that to happen. And what I didn't want to happen has now happened.
So let's take a look at your self-portrait.
I'm not a very good drawer, but that is a fence.
Wait, hold up. Work with me. You got guilt, abandonment, anger, loss, loneliness, bad.
I feel like I'm a broken fence. And guilt, well, that's my middle name. I don't know who I am. I don't know what I want. And the only thing that makes me happy are external things.
We have a false face under the Burberry skirts. An attachment to things, broken relationships with people. So let's take a look at your goal, Kim. Mending broken relationships.
Wow.
How does that feel?
Well, my fear is that they won't want me.
It's frightening.
Yes.
Kim, you and I are going to meet later today to start working on those steps.
That's why you're here, to
Good.
start over.
I need to start sweating.
Well, haven't you started sweating?
Yes,
Haven't you started working out?
Yes, I did.
All right.
But I need to officially sweat.
You are officially sweating as of the minute you walked into the starting over house.
Deborah is anxious to start sweating, losing weight, dieting, making herself feel better. But really what she wants is attention. She is gonna make this group about her because she has to know, do you like me now? Am I okay now?
I just want to share an awareness. This is just an awareness. Somehow or another, we always get back to Deborah's issue,
Yes.
whatever it is.
Amen.
And now it's the weight. No matter who we are talking about.
I didn't say anything about my husband or anything, doing all her thing about anything.
And I also have an awareness that whenever anyone gives you any feedback about your presence, your behavior, what you bring forward, you immediately go into denial.
I don't know. It seems like whatever I do, it winds up being inappropriate. If I don't say anything and if I stay to the side and just observe, then I'm antisocial and I'm not participating in the group.
Is that what I said to you? Could you hear the observation, the awareness that I put on the floor, that no matter who we are speaking about in the group, that somehow or another you find a way to bring it back to you and your issue? That's what I've observed. That's what I'm bringing to the floor. And yes, there are times when the way you bring it to the floor is inappropriate.
Can you give me an example? How do you have unprotected intercourse with somebody you never saw or a one-night stand in AIDS and herpes? I mean, diseases.
I understand. And don't laugh about it. That's not funny.
I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing at all.
I seriously think you laughed at me and that hurt my feelings. And that's
honest to
just
God,
listen. Just
honest
listen.
to God,
just
I wasn't
listen.
honest.
You're in
to God.
denial,
listen.
Deborah, which is what I just...
How can I be denial when I'm telling her I did not do that? I'm not denying it. I did not.
You are denying
her.
it. You're saying you didn't. And
I didn't.
And the awareness that I brought to the floor. Hold on 1 second,
I said
Josie.
to you before.
Hold on 1 second, Josie.
Before I even brought it up, I said, if this is in a...
Deborah! She wasn't attacking you, and she didn't say you did anything wrong.
She told me I laughed, and I didn't.
She didn't say you
That's
did
what she
anything
told me. She
wrong.
thought I laughed, and I didn't.
That was her
and
experience.
And my experience was that I didn't.
Okay, well, you didn't give her the privilege, the respect to complete her sentence. Let her complete her sentence. Because one of the other awarenesses that I brought to you was that immediately when someone raises something about you, you immediately go into denial that you did it. Here is a classic example. Hold the space, Deborah. Give her the space and the respect to complete, and then you can respond. Josie.
Don't you understand protected sex? Well, I mean, can you tell me why you were out there not having unprotected sex? That's what I got, and that's what really hurt me, because I was like, it's not a laughing matter.
Do you think that was her intention?
To make me feel that way?
Right.
Actually,
I don't know.
I wasn't intending to hurt you. Right now, I'm feeling attacked, and I know that the people in the house don't too much care for me.
I really hate the fact that Deborah feels that we're all attacking her. That's not how it is. No one's trying to single her out. No one's trying to exclude her from anything.
You had your hand up, Jennifer.
I came here not only to fix myself, but I also came here to make new friendships and learn how to depend on other people. And I heard you say something the other day that really hurt my feelings. I want to tell you that you have the opportunity to make 5 new friends. please remember that. I'm willing to forget about the last 3 days, start over today, and welcome you and be your friend. I really am. But it takes more than just me to do that. You have to want to do that too.
She said she was going to tell me what I did to hurt her, and I did. That's what I was waiting for.
Deborah, if you have an opportunity, wipe out every other day and start right now. Can you receive that?
All she's doing is hurting herself by pushing us away.
I can't learn from my mistakes unless I know what mistake I made. I don't know what she's talking about.
I'm gonna leave here with at least 4 new friends. And if she doesn't want to be my 5th new friend, that's her choice.
Are you willing to forget about everything that's ever happened, Deborah, up to this moment, and start right now to begin to make 5 new sister friends?
You have a choice there. And that's how we're going to leave this group today, with that choice on the table. How are you going to connect, and how are you going to honor and respect one another?
Deborah is frustrated with the women in the house. She's frustrated with the process. She's frustrated with all the rules.
So, ladies, we are moving onward and upward.
She's frustrated, and so she's thinking about taking the easy way out, leaving the starting over house.
What you doing?
Packing.
Where are you going?
I only wanted to come on here to lose weight and just seem like everything I'm saying and doing is wrong and rubbing everybody the wrong way. So rather than keep being on my roommate's nerve, snoring, rather than keep washing dishes where they have to go put them in the dishwasher after I wash them, rather than be told I'm pitiful because I can't get on the internet. I think probably there's somebody that doesn't have all those issues that probably deserve this opportunity, because I obviously don't.
Are you willing to hang with me for a minute?
Sure, I'm not being rude. But whatever I do will be construed as rude, so let me just shut up, get my ass over here, and shut up. Miss Kim, how are you, my love?
A little shook up. Well, that whole business with Deborah I wanted to get up and run out of the room.
Yeah, and I'm tired of being hurt.
Okay, yeah.
I'm tired.
And when you think you're going to be hurt, how do you respond? What do you do?
I flip out.
You attack.
And I am afraid that I'm going to go off on her, and it's not going to be pretty.
Share with me, Kim, how you could be compassionate, how you could offer compassion and empathy to that part of yourself that's showing up in this house as Deborah.
Wow.
Did that click?
I don't want to look like that.
Well,
I don't.
How do you know you don't already?
Because I control it. I make sure I don't.
Do you wear a mask, Kim?
Yeah, I think I put on the front.
You think?
I know I put on the front.
You do. What a powerful acknowledgement. Thank you. Thank you.
With the way I look, with the way I put myself together, with
the house, the car, the cards, the jag. So if you weren't broken, if you weren't guilty, if you weren't bad, if you weren't fake, what would you be, Kim?
Wow. Content.
Well.
Feel good about myself.
Well.
I've never felt that.
So it's quite possible then that it's the mask that's guilty and it's the mask that's bad. So perhaps if we remove the mask, we'll get to the real you. What would it take for you to be in relationship with your stepmom?
I would have to offer myself.
And what keeps you from offering yourself right now?
Guilt.
So, do you know how to clear guilt?
No.
When you commit an unconscious act, an unkindness, an unloving act against someone,
yes.
What is the one thing you need from them?
Forgiveness. I don't know how to forgive.
Okay, close your eyes. I'm gonna feed you something, and I wanna hear you say the words, I forgive myself.
I can't.
Yeah, you can. Make a choice. Just take a breath, and let's do one at a time. I
forgive
myself for judging myself as unworthy of love. Take a breath. Drop it. I forgive myself.
I forgive myself
for judging myself
as
guilty
was guilty.
For things
For things
I had no control over.
I had no control over.
Take a breath. I forgive myself.
Forgive myself.
For judging myself.
For judging myself as unworthy of forgiveness. It wasn't my fault.
Yeah. It wasn't your fault. You didn't do anything wrong, sweetie. How old is that little one that you think did something wrong? How old? 6. Yeah, what did she do?
I don't know.
Could you just let her know right now that she's not bad? You have the power. You can take responsibility for her now. Would you be willing to do that? Just make that a step, Kim. Take responsibility.
I can.
I didn't come here to be hurt. I didn't come here to go through this. So I step away, you know. Then I'm antisocial. Oh, you don't want to play a game. I don't know how to play any games. I come from a fundamentalist family. They didn't believe in it.
Are you going to let them choose your life?
I don't have to be here with someone that feels negative about me. There are a lot of choices in my life taken away from me. And I wouldn't mention my husband. Oh, no. Wouldn't make it all about me. But you know what? Just like all their problems were about them, my problems were about me, okay? Everybody had their chance. Days have gone by. I'm just waiting for my chance. Oh, but no, you're making everything about your dead husband. Well, excuse me.
Taking a hard look at yourself is part of learning and growing. And Deborah's having a really hard time with that. I hope she can see through her pain. I hope she'll stay in the starting over house. Because if she leaves, she's gonna be doing a huge disservice to herself. Are you gonna let them decide your future? Are you gonna let them be in charge?